Hey everyone, it's Mimi from Mimi's Worms. It's so exciting to see all of y'all here. Um, we have got a really wonderful night planned. I've got Cassie on. I'm fixing to bring her on and introduce her to you. And then we're just going to jump right to it so we're not wasting everybody's time tonight. So let me bring Cassie on and introduce her.
Hello, everybody. Okay, so you're going to introduce me, or I'll have to introduce myself.
Well, this is Cassie, and Cassie has been working with me a little over a month now to help me put all this together. And she is doing such a great job behind the scenes for us and for you all. And so I would just really love for you guys to welcome her because she has put in a lot of hard work on getting this group together. And now I'm going to turn it over to her, though, and let her tell you a little bit about herself and her background.
Okay, hello everybody. You will see me a lot on the squad because I've been there as a community manager. Also, I have been working with Samantha for about a month, almost every day. So we actually do a Zoom call every day just to talk about everything worms, everything about the business, and something about me. I'm actually from Taiwan, so I'm originally from Taiwan. Now I live in Canada, Ontario, Canada, and I just moved here from Taiwan since last year. So it is just still new here. And also about worms, I'm also quite new to the worm world, but not really too new to business because I've been a business and marketing coach, especially focusing on online marketing kind of thing for more than 15 years. So I have been building a lot of multiple income streams or business model in the past. So it is really thrilled to be here because I really enjoy talking worms and the business with Samantha every day. Okay, so let me just show you something. If you haven't joined the squad, if you haven't yet, just let me show you something that you can probably take some time to join right now. Yay.
So wonderful. If you guys haven't joined, go ahead and join. Our first part of our conversation tonight is going to be on how to make use of the app, which we'll go over if you haven't already downloaded the app. But just kind of how to maneuver around in here, and like your notifications and things like that. And then towards the end of the call, we'll get a little bit more into Q&A, either Q&A about the squad on how to maneuver that, or if you want to ask worm questions, you can do that. And then we'll just see where the night leads us. So no further ado, Cassie, let's start this show.
Okay, submit the screen then.
Let me take her off. Okay, so if you don't know how to join the squad, you can just go to mimisworms.com. And if you look at the top of the menu bar, it says join the squad. Just click on that. And that's going to bring you to this screen. And then if you scroll down just a little bit, you're going to see join the squad right there. Now, one of the good things about this is when you do join the squad, you get a 50% off coupon that you can use for the Asenia Andrea in the living material. And if you have not bought any of those yet, guys, this is the way to ship worms. I have been floored on this new product that we have out. So, and you can asked quite a few in the group now how they like them. I know Damian has gotten them. Gosh, I can't think of everybody that's gotten them. Y'all forgive me. I'm a little bit sick if you can't hear it in my voice, but I didn't want to wait another week to do this. So I'm going to try to get through this. Once you get into the squad, after you've joined, the only thing I think it's required when you join is your email address. And I think that's about it. So it's going to bring you to this page that says start here. And what you're going to do on this page is you're just going to go through. And if you scroll down through there, it's going to tell you what each thing. Here's your coupon, what you can do to get your coupon. Gives you it's got a cute little video. Cassie worked hard on that too. I love, love, love her marketing style, y'all. And just scroll on down, you get your membership coupon there, and then how to get started. So how you're going to connect and engage. First, we would like for you to go, if you see the introduce yourself, we would love for you to go there, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about your worm farming journey, if you're just starting out or been at it a long time or whatever. Yeah, just like that right there. And then when you go down, you're going to see Pick My Brain. That's just our weekly call. We're going to have every Thursday at 8:15. I know that there's no way that I could pick a time that would be good for everybody, but I wanted to pick a time that my kids would be in bed and wouldn't be, bothering us during the call. So that's why I chose 8:15. Thursdays are also a pretty slow night for me. So, because I'm really busy all the time. Then you've got the share a win. And that is where, if you want to share something with this, celebrate your wins, celebrate your milestones, you can put that in there. Show us your bin setups. We just redid our warehouse, so we were pretty excited about that. Got a lot of people already posting in this, showing us where they have, done something that they're really proud of. We want to share that with you. And then from there, you have your, what we got next, Cassie? Share our mind. Okay. Then we've got, this is going to be our main spaces. So we've got customize your notifications. Okay. So when you first sign up, you're going to get a whole bunch of notifications. So you need to go into the notifications and pick the ones that you want to get your notifications on. Otherwise, you may get a lot of notifications that you don't want. I have mine set to get all of them because I don't want to miss anything that anybody might be needing me to answer or what have you. But you may just want to be involved in the ones that mention you or your name. So you can turn that on. And then you could turn off the rest of it. So it's really just up to you. If you haven't already downloaded the app is so easy to use. Damon really brought this out to our attention. And it's real easy, just on the left-hand side, go under the links. And whether you have an Android phone or you have an iPhone, and you can download it right there. You can do everything that you want to do in your app. And you can do that from anywhere. You don't have to be at home. You can get your notifications wherever you're at.
Okay, I pop in because I want to show everybody how they actually can set up, turn off or turn on their notifications. Because we've noticed there are a lot of emails coming in because the community, everybody is excited. But in the same time, you will receive a lot of emails. And as a group admin, we cannot set the default setting for you guys. So you have to do that by yourself. So the way you do it is if you are on your computer, you just move to the top right corner and you might see your picture or not. If you didn't see your picture there, you can also, it will be a good time that you can add your profile to add your beautiful picture or handsome picture out there. And where we can set the notification is when you click on your picture or the circle, you will see there's a notification button here, and then you just come here and then you will see a bunch of settings that you can actually turn it on or off. And personally, as you can see, it is my current setting for myself. So currently you can see I still still opt in to receive all the notification when it is about myself. For example, comments, when anybody comment on my post or reply to my comments or mention me. So anybody tag me in the group or anybody sending the direct message, which is the private PM message to me, we do have that option so you can connect with each other on the group. And when everybody sending me a direct message, I will receive an email as well. And also we have the weekly digest. This is also quite important because you don't want to miss anything up there. And the weekly digest, you can see like what's hot, like what's everybody talking about in the group in this week. So I still remain everything here on, but for the second section about new post, I can, I unclick everything about emails because I already download the app, right? The app that the Samantha just mentioned, you can download either you're using an Android or iPhone. And when you have the app, you will receive notification. So if you want like an in-app notification, then you just remain them, still click. But if you don't, then you just feel free to just cancel anything. And then here you also have the mobile, like mobile notification. So you can just take a look to look around which notification you still want to receive. So you won't receive too much. For me, because I downloaded the app already. So for me, I cancel all the emails notifications. So I don't there won't be too much message in my emails. So that's something that you can consider. And also, just like Samantha mentioned, you can go to the menu. At the bottom of the menu, you can find the Android, the way to download on your Android phone or on your iOS phone. That's really important because the easiest way to communicate with us or to stay seamlessly on this group, it's just download the app so you won't miss anything, and you can just always drop in and to talk about your worm question or just something to chat about. Not particularly about worms. If you really do want to, hang out with everybody here, you can go to our live worm chat here. So just say hi to everybody. So any off topic, anything not about worms, you can come to live worm chat and just to say hi to everybody. And just like me, I just share a random video out there about how anybody is interested in making worms toilet compost, that kind of thing. It's not really worm related, but it's just something fun to share with the group. Okay, so let's just continue to go back here, or
okay,
what do you want to do right now?
Yep.
Go to start
good.
here.
Yep.
Okay,
And then go back down.
Okay,
Make mine bigger where I can
see. Is it okay that still remain here?
Yep, sure is.
Okay,
Scroll on down.
Okay, here.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about the app. So, and then give back. So we would like for you to, to help someone with a question or a challenge. And we would like for you to do that over in Ask and Help. So if you have a question, then you can ask the question there. And then we as a group can help answer those questions. Now, there's no wrong answer. I want you guys to understand that because we all do things differently and we're not all in the same regions and all. So just because I do something one way doesn't mean that I have the only way that it can be done. So I love to see other people answering each other's questions. One thing I do want y'all to know and understand about me is especially if you have castings questions, I will not be able to help you a whole lot because I'm not focused on castings. I know a little bit about them, but somebody else in the group may know a whole lot more than I do. So worm questions, I can help tremendously on that, but casting questions, I'm going to depend on the community to help with those. And then experience or tips. So we would like for you to be able to share your experiences or if you have any tips on anything. One of the things that I have shared a lot, and I would learn this by fluke. We had windrows set up at one time, and all my water would run between the two windrows, and it would be standing water. And that is where I found all my worms. So I realized at that point that the worms really like their beds a lot wetter than everything I had read online. So what I have found is, especially in breeding, your bins need to be really, really moist. If you're doing vermicomposting, the wrung out sponge thing works really good, but you're not going to get as much reproduction having them like a wrung out sponge. And that's my honest opinion. And that's just by what I have noticed in my bins. So if you have experience or tips, just share that in that part. And then we would like for you to share your wins or show off your worm bins. So in order for us to kind of get to know you and see your setups, and that way too, as we get to know you and you're asking a question, we already know kind of how you're set up, and then you won't have to explain every time. When you post out there on Facebook, everybody comes back, well, we need more information, because obviously they don't know you. So, they need to know how you have things set up in order to help you answer the question. But as we get to know you, we're going to know how your bins are set up. So that would alleviate a lot of having to repeat yourself over and over and over of how you have those bins set up. And
then just pretty much everything except for you can also mention about Worm Business Cafe and also Worm Arts TV, these two sections.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Worm Business Cafe, that is where if you have questions about actual business, like worm business, this would be where you would want to post. So, you can introduce your business. A lot of times out there on other groups, you can't promote yourself. You can't really even talk about the fact that you have a business. We're taking that out. We want you to talk about your business. That's what we're all about. We're all in business. And just because I own a business doesn't mean that I don't want to help you guys, get your business up and going. You may even be surpassed me already, but, I just want you to know there's nothing here in this group that is a secret. I share everything. I want to see you succeed. And part of that is helping you maneuver the worm business and understanding how it works. And, if you have questions there or marketing, one of the things that Cassie and I are looking to bring to y'all is business and marketing discussions. And she's going to play a big role in that. We've got a lot more of that to come. We have been working, like I said, like she said, almost every day. We're on the Zoom call. We're lining that stuff up to bring to you. It does take time because, as you can see, Cassie is very creative. And let me tell you, she is very meticulous about making sure everything has its place. So y'all bear with us while we work through all that. But just know we do have some really good stuff coming for you guys. You are going to love being in this group. I can promise you that. Secondly, if you haven't already, I would like each of y'all to help us grow this group by inviting 5 of your worm business, worm farming friends that you know to come over and join the group. It doesn't cost anything, doesn't cost you anything, but we can help one another in this community. And that's what I really want to see here. Now on the WormWise TV, oh, wait a minute. Go back to that just a minute, Cassie.
Yes,
I forgot to mention something.
Yeah, it is. It would be great to mention also the resource or the
that's what I want to
database.
do.
Yes.
Yeah. So Cassie and I are also, mostly Cassie, is putting together us a networking database. So it's basically going to be if you're looking for supplies or looking for partners, maybe you're looking for a worm grower closer to you or whatever. We're going to have this database to help you guys be able to find the things that you're looking for and possibly be able to supply these items to you at a much cheaper cost than what you could get on Amazon or, at your local stores. That's something we're working on right now. I think that covers it, doesn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So a lot to come. Yes, really.
Yes, there's a lot to come.
Yes, because you see like a title, like a subtitle here, but everything inside it is a huge world that we are actually diving in right now, and there are just so much to give you guys. So you just bear with us, just like Samantha mentioned, because there's a lot of behind the scenes that we're actually working on. But the in this business session, the most probably the fattest thing you can expect is the resource exchange and networking database. That is something that I am actually working. So you will see a post coming out soon. So just if you have any worm business or you are you haven't had a business about worms yet, but you are like a content creator, like YouTuber, or you like you make a blog post about worms, you are welcome to join the database as well. So you will we will give you more instruction later, probably next week, about the database. So just stay tuned. Okay, so now about Wormwise TV.
All right, so Wormwise TV, this is a place where if you have a YouTube video or just a video in general and you want to post it, you can post it here. So instead of having videos all over the place, we would like for them to be posted in here. That way everybody, can go to that. They know where to go to see videos. And this is just great because not only is our squad learning all these different things, but it's also helping you on your YouTube channel to get subscribers, to get watch time. Again, it's just a way for us to give to the whole community as a whole. And, this kind of goes back to promoting yourself. Again, I think this is what's really going to set us apart from any other group that you may be involved in. And there's some good ones out there. So I'm not putting any other groups down by no means. But one of the things that when Cassie and I was putting this together was I wanted people to be able to come here, network, and really just be able to be free. Now, we don't obviously want sales advertising in our general population, because that's really for people to be able to talk and ask questions and just be part of a group. They don't want you to be sending out a big old advertisement in the middle of the group, but you could come over here on Wormwise TV and you could post your video. And if you have a coupon that you want to give out or, something like that, obviously they can do that. And then they can find your website also from your YouTube channel. So that way people, you're still being able to, put your ads out there, but there's a place for it. The other thing that we would like to ask on doing this is that you be active in the community. We just, we really want to make this a great community first and foremost. We don't mind you coming over and posting and being a part of our group, but we really want you to be a part of our group, not just a place to come and post your advertisements. And I think if we can keep it clean like that, we'll be good. We also, Cassie, we do have a leaderboard.
Yes, here.
Click on that. Our leaderboard, right now we've got it where anybody can post in the Wormwise TV, but later on we probably will make it where, you have to have a certain amount of points to be able to do that. And that is because we can see who's really being active in the group and who's just, sitting back. But you see Dame, I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong, and please forgive me. I think it's Damian.
Damian?
And if that's not correct, please correct me, and I'll get on the phone with you and you can tell me exactly how to say your name, because I do apologize.
I just messaged Damian today. I said that, hey, I just turned on the leaderboard of the group. Guess who's on the top?
Yes. He is fantastic, you guys. And he is a wonderful worm farmer, let me tell you. He's got his bins going fabulously. So any information that he's sharing, you guys take that, learn from it, run with it, accept his help. He really knows what he's doing, and I'm just very proud of him. And the rest of you, I'm very proud of you guys for joining our squad. We really appreciate you being here. Our next video that we do next week, our next call, we will start up where we actually have a theme. And that is, I used to call it Pick My Brain, but I think me and Cassie's going to come up with a new slogan. But it is all going to be about worms. So worms are it may be about marketing that week, but we're going to swap up. Some weeks is going to be about marketing. Some weeks is going to be about worm farming, because it all goes together. If you're a worm farming business, you have to market.
Mhm.
And if you're like me, I don't know anything about marketing. So, I know just a little bit.
Too modest.
Just a little bit. Cassie seems to think I know more than I think I know, but I really don't know. At least I'm not confident in it. I'm confident in worm farming, but not confident in marketing. My business has really been built on word of mouth more than anything. So, and I really appreciate that. And those are y'all. I have so much to share with y'all. There is so much that I could share that I don't go out there on Facebook and share, because I haven't always been treated nicely on social media. So I'm kind of reluctant to talk a lot on social media. But this is a place that I feel that I can feel safe at. And I hope that you'll feel safe and you'll feel that you can ask any question out here, because everybody's in a different place in their journey. And just because somebody like me that, I've been doing this for almost 6 years now, feel pretty good about the fact that I know how to grow worms. But somebody coming new, like when I was new, I didn't know everything. And, I would ask a question out on social media and pretty much get laughed at. Like, why was I even asking such a question? And so I just kind of sat back and got quiet. I don't want that to be the way here. I want everybody to be respectful, everybody to understand we're all in our journey at a different level. And sometimes people may not get something the first time. It may take telling them 2 or 3 times or helping them or, whatever. But one thing that helps us all is having video. Because when you have a video, you can see what you're asking, and not have to. And it doesn't matter if the video is not that great, because we all started with, man, I tell you what, the first time I ever made a video, Lord have mercy. I made the video and I think it took me 2 weeks to finally hit that post button because I was just petrified of not being perfect. And I finally got to the point, I don't care if they're perfect or not anymore. I don't even edit my videos. I don't even edit them. So if they're sloppy, they're just sloppy. Just, you can take and move it up a little bit further if you don't want to hear my bloops in it. So.
What you just mentioned, I actually just mentioned that on the Worm Business Cafe as well, because Damian was replying to one of the squad member, and the squad member was concerned about making YouTube videos, and Damian just encouraged her to do so. Just tell her don't overthink. So that inspired me to make this make this post, like baby steps leads to huge result. So I mentioned something that I got the inspiration from Damian, the advice to Julie on the group, and basically just really don't overthinking about starting a YouTube channel. So I just basically mentioned something about my personal business journey as well. So that really got me to have the really strong belief on baby steps. Every baby steps, as long as it's aligned with your your goal or purpose, it was eventually accumulated down to like a huge results. Because I do mention some result in the past from my personal experience. If you have some, if you're curious, you can go to probably just read the post. And that's just something nice that we can be here to encourage and help each other build up either confidence or even marketing techie side of thing. Because I do know, because I read all the posts every day from the group, and a lot of people, when they say, I ask people about what is their biggest concern about starting or running a worm business. Everybody just most people, I think I can tell that people are worried about marketing side of thing, techie side of thing, website and stuff like that. That happen to be something that we are going to help out soon, really soon. So just come here and stay tuned with us. And also, can I mention something about leaderboard? Because I think people will be curious about how to make the points, right? So when you click on leaderboard, the menu, you will see actually they tell you how do points work. So basically, whatever you're doing in the group, either you like someone else post or you comment or reply comments, you will get some points. Okay, so basically one like equals to 1 point. So everyone likes you receive on the post. So basically, you receive a post and comments, you'll have points. So basically, the more you contribute to the group, the more points you have. So the system will count that automatically. The point wasn't given by me or Samantha is given by the system. Okay, so obviously the like more points you have, more contribution you give it to the group, you will have more points here. So this you will see who is really active, really active in the group. Also, another thing about the community, the really great thing is you're able to, like I mentioned earlier, private message to anybody on the group. So you can, if you want to know more about, say, Damian, you can actually just click on his profile and can know something about him. So it is a really great place to get to know people and also to showcase your business or your website.
And network. It's a great networking tool.
Yes. So you can see, like, you'll find Damian's, like how he introduced himself, and you can message him, something like that. So you can just come to the leaderboard. You will see who is like talking or contributing more in the group. And then you can try to network with them.
Cassie, I just thought of something that we could do, that I can do. We'll talk about this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway for y'all. We may hold a monthly giveaway for whoever does the most involvement in the community. I may do that every month. It may be worms. It may be coconut cooler. I don't know. It'll be something, but that would be fun, I think.
Yeah, so there's something that you can, looking forward to. So you just make more points here, then we will, like Samantha mentioned, she will give away something every month. So just be sure you're on the list, okay, on the top of the list. So just try to come here and talk more and contribute more and share with each other comments. Because if someone else like your comments, you also get points. Okay, it's something fun. Okay, it's called gamification. It's something fun that the system encourages people to actually be very engaging in the community. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cassie, would you go back to Wise TV real quick and let me?
Okay. Yeah, Wise TV.
Let me show you something.
Okay.
Go down to Nana's Worms video, the science video. Going down.
Okay. Yes, I know which one. Science here.
Right there.
Yes.
Guys, if y'all have not watched Nana's videos on worm science, let me tell you, I have been screaming this at the rooftops. I've been worm farming for, like I said, almost 6 years, and thought I was doing pretty darn good. But I'm going to tell you, there is information in there's 3 parts right now that she has on here. And I'm sure she's working on some more. But Nana, if I understand right, has a PhD in research. And she does research and then makes a video about what she researched. And I was blown away at some of the information in here. And it truly turned my way of doing some things in my business just by this video, this set of videos here. So I encourage you guys, if y'all have not watched them, to watch them. I posted that because I think this is very valuable information, and Nana might have been too modest or, to put it out there herself, but I really love those videos. So you never know when your video is going to inspire someone, no matter where they're at in their journey. So I just wanted to put that out there. And her name is Sandra. It's Nana's Worms and Garden. And if you haven't seen her video, she's got a great lineup of videos as well. But those videos right there of hers just really, there's some really good YouTubers out there, honestly. Now, when I first started, there wasn't that many people out there. And Worm Science Rocks next video. Great, Sandra. Yes. Especially on commercial worm farming. And so that's one of the reasons I started my channel, was because I wanted to be able to help people that wanted to really scale their business up. And, nothing wrong with having a small worm bin. Nothing wrong with having a cup of worms if that's what you want to do. It's whatever you want to do. But I just wanted to be able to help people to scale up if they wanted to scale up. Because there's just not a lot of support out there for that, because, obviously people are thinking you're going to, come in as competition to them. And I don't care about competition. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it, yes, to make a living, but I'm also in it to help people. So that's my first and foremost. And I have to say this, but also because I know God's got me and he's going to lead me in any direction that I need to go. So I don't worry about the competition. I don't worry about what somebody else is doing. I just keep my eyes focused on him and let him lead me on what I need to do. Me and Cassie met. Let me tell y'all this story. So Nana had invited me over to her weekly call. And I got on one of her calls. And that's how I met Cassie. I didn't know Cassie. Cassie, reached out to me, and we just got to talking, and I was mentioning, marketing and stuff like this. And she was like, "Oh, well, I've been marketing for 15 years." And I was like, "What?" And she was wanting to know about worm farming. I was wanting to know about marketing. So we just came together, and, it was just God putting us together right on time, because this was not planned. Her and I had no idea in our first conversation. She was not coming to me to invite me to market for me. I wasn't going to her to sell her worms. It just kind of come together in a conversation. And that just kind of goes to show you how, God can really just put things together without you even having to do anything. And that's the way he's done my entire time of being in the worm farming business. So I just have to give him the glory for it. So,
yes. So also thank you. Really, I'm really thankful for Sandra to invite me to the chat. Really, it's like, because I'm really new to the worm world, and then I got the opportunity to go to Sandra's weekly chat and met Samantha, and just figure something I can actually help out. It's just really thankful. Yes, I'm really thankful for that. Yay!
And we have so much fun. We became really good friends, and we're just really excited to bring y'all the Worm Squad and put all this together for you. And really, this is really for you guys. It's not really for us. So, and y'all, there's one more thing I want to say too, is I am at my farm throughout the day. So I don't get on here and a whole lot throughout the day because I'm busy. But I do try to get on here in the evenings. It may be wee hours in the morning because my kids don't go to bed till 8. If y'all don't know, but I adopted 2 children back in January. They're now 6 and 10. So when I get off work, I have homework and, cooking for them and baths and all that kind of stuff. So it's after 8 before I can get on the computer. So just know that I do look at all the comments, everything. I try to at least just so that you guys know that I've seen it. If there's something that I feel is real pertinent that I need to answer, or maybe somebody didn't answer, then I will. But Damian really does a good job throughout the day, night. I mean, he's like I was in the beginning where, I was on up 24 hours, it seemed like, and pretty much still am, but not quite as much, I don't think. But he is doing a wonderful job helping me out on answering y'all's questions. So, if there's something that I feel that I need to add, then I will, but if there's a really good answer out there, a lot of times I won't add another answer, because sometimes you can get too much information and then you don't know which direction to go. So I don't want to overwhelm people with, everybody having an opinion on things. So, but that doesn't mean that we can't all comment. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if I feel like there's a good enough answer, then I may just hit like and move on.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to Q&A. So does anybody have any questions? And maybe we can answer them for you.
Yes, let me scroll through the comments. So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know about worms, or about the community, or about anything in general. Okay. So would you like to say hi to everyone who's joining on the call? I would just click their comments.
Sure.
Yeah. So in the meantime, if you have any questions, okay. Hello, Greg. Hi, Brenda.
Oh my goodness, Brandon. Yeah. Hello, Sandra.
Yes.
Aya, is it Aya?
Yes, Aya's from the group as well. Yes, we talked.
Yeah,
she messaged me.
I've talked with her.
Mm-hmm.
Gina, hi Gina, I got your order.
John.
John. Hi, John.
Yes.
Chris. Hey, Chris. She's my neighbor.
Okay. And
Chad.
you.
Hi,
Oh, you
Chad.
and your Chad. Okay.
Yeah, I know most all of these people.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Welcome. Welcome.
From Australia,
Yes.
Pyro Wax Art.
Yes.
What's your name?
Yeah. Hello. Oh,
We got people from Pakistan,
yes. Hello.
Mexico,
Wow, people are.
Canada.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Ladon, is it Ladon?
Ladon?
Ladon
Hello.
Phillips?
Hello. Let us know if we didn't pronounce it right. Okay. Also, Bonnie, I think.
So that's Bonnie. Yes.
Yes, I
I know her
remember.
name. What's her name? Hi, Bonnie.
Yes, I recognize the profile picture because the same profile
Yeah.
picture from the squad.
Yep, she's just
Yes.
below me.
Okay, this is just Damian that we
Hey,
mentioned
Damian.
so much.
Hey,
Yes,
Nana.
also like the Naughty One Farms. Yeah.
Athens, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Getting ready
Yeah.
for sifting. That's fun.
Yeah. Thank you for showing up tonight. And
Yes.
also Las Vegas, where from?
Handpicking them out. That's
Okay.
fun.
Yes. And also, we mentioned Chris, right? She's like,
Yep.
she's your neighbor.
Yep, she's a neighbor.
Okay.
Yeah, she's in Georgia. She's not like right next door, but yeah. Y'all, I was surprised at how many people we have in Georgia growing worms.
Yes.
I did not know that until we started this group. Hey, Greg. I see you finally got on.
Oh.
That's the one I was helping today.
Okay, nice. So yeah, if you have any question about like how to join the group, you just always go to Mimi's Worms website and you find join the squad in the menu, and then you can find the place. Okay.
Hi, Shelly. Hi, Bird Dog.
Wow. Nice. So is there any questions? Okay. Oh, Canada. Nice. Okay. You say hi everybody. Okay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, so nice. Honey.
Hi, Shelly.
Yeah. Try to get a shout out to everybody.
So y'all, just in case you don't know how to sign up, if you will play that little video clip one more time, Cassie.
Yes, no problem. Here, if you don't know how to sign up, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, we have so many people.
Wait, y'all. The naughty one, yeah, and I buy 25-pound bags of feed, and I'm feeding them twice as much as everything else. Wow. Y'all, there's something else now. When you're, doing backyard growing, which is exactly how I started out. I started out in my laundry room. Let me ask you this. How many of you know my story? Would you like for me to tell my story? I'll make it real quick if y'all would like for me to. Just put yes in the comments for me.
Put yes in the comment.
Because most of you probably already know my story, but if you don't know my story and you want to hear it, I'll tell it to you really quick. I have one yes. Okay. So I started my worm farming journey by wanting to grow some worms for my grandson and I to go fishing. So one day I came home from fishing and I had some worms left over, and that's when the idea popped in my head. I'm like, I think I can grow some worms better than what we're buying. And my worm farming journey started. I started out with a little 5-gallon bin. And then from that, I decided, well, I'll look and see what the market looks like, because I was in the corporate world. I was a manager for 40-some years, running multi-billion-dollar businesses for other companies. So I knew how to read P&Ls. I knew how to research the markets and stuff like that. And I was really amazed at how big this worm industry was and how few of farmers we had doing this. And so I had this bright idea that I would start this for my grandson, who at the time was almost 11. So when I started in my laundry room, I built this rack to hold some mortar trays, and I had some buckets. Well, I outgrew my laundry room. So I moved to my back porch. I outgrew that. I built a small hoop house, outgrew that, built 2 big hoop houses in the backyard, outgrew those, and then just started putting worms in everything that I could find. Y'all, when I'm telling you I was creative, I'd stack tires on top of tires to make a worm bin. I would look at, going down the road, if I saw something in somebody's trash that I thought I could make a worm bin out of, I would grab it. It didn't cost me anything. Because at the time, we were living paycheck to paycheck, so I didn't have extra money to go out and spend and everything. So I had to do this on a very limited budget, but my worm population was growing really fast. And I was just posting out on Facebook and Craigslist and things like that. Because again, I didn't know anything about marketing, but I was growing all these worms, and I was about 2 years in. And I told my husband, because the corporate world was getting really bad. And so I decided that, I'd come home 2:00 in the morning. I'm out there working in my worms, and my stress would just leave me. And I was like, oh my God. It just dawned on me, like, when I get my hands in these worms, it just takes all my stress away. So I came in the next day and I told my husband, I said, I want to raise worms the rest of my life. This man thought I was crazy because I was going to quit a $70,000 a year job to grow worms in hopes of making $200 a week to make our house payment. So I did that. I worked really hard. I got a bonus. I paid everything off that I could pay off. And I needed to make $200 a week to survive. About 2 weeks later, this is how God works, y'all. This is why I know God is in control of everything. 2 weeks later, I got an email from someone looking for somebody to drop ship worms. Now, this email went out to thousands of people. And I answered that email and said, hey, I would like to be that person. They came back to me and said, okay, well, I'll give you the East Coast. I said, no, if I'm going to do it, I want to do all of it. Well, they thought that was brassy, right? So they were like, okay, well, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you, let you try. Well, that's kind of what started my journey, is filling orders for this other person. And from there, my business just grew. And within 3 years, I was in a 22,000 square foot warehouse, which is where I'm today. And I probably shouldn't put this out there, but just because I want to give you guys inspiration as to what you can do with this. Last year, we were just shy of $1 million in sales. That's on worms, guys. Mostly worms. We stay on track as we are now, we will hit that $1 million mark this year. But I'm here to tell you, you can do the same thing, because there's a big market out there that hasn't even been tapped into.
Yeah, worm business, the market is so untapped.
It's just so big.
So big.
And I've got some more news to share, but I can't share it with you right now. But I'll share it with you guys next week. So if you guys don't have any questions for us, we're going to let you guys go for tonight. And make sure you join us next week, same time. And it will be all about, we'll figure out what our topic's going to be, and we'll have that. And please, please, please have questions ready next week, because one of the things that I love to do is answer questions.
I did see some question.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Okay.
I just joined. Have you talked about how to get the pre-compost in the thermophilic heat range? It is important to get to the temperature. Seeds or pathogens are killed. So there again, this is, I think, Nana, don't you have that one on the worm science? Isn't that one of them is the composting one? If not, to get to thermophilic is you have to get your ratios correct. And I think there is a compost calculator out there, because what I had to learn was what I needed. I knew the ratios, but how do I get to those ratios? Like, what is my ratio of cardboard? What is my ratio of food scraps? And there are calculators out there that you can plug all that in, and it tells you, what your ratios need to be. So for me, in the things that I get that are free, I get dairy manure, I get cardboard, and I get food scraps. And I get coffee, spent coffee. Spent coffee I have to buy by the truckloads because Starbucks just 5 gallons a week just wasn't getting it on my worm farm because of it being so big. So I found a place where I could buy it by the whole truckload from a manufacturer that manufactures cold coffees and stuff that they bottle and all. So, but the carbon in cardboard is like 500 and something. Oh gosh, what's it called? Your carbon and nitrogen. It's 500 and something. Anyway, so I used 5 gallons of cardboard. I used 1 gallon of coffee grounds, 1 gallon of food scraps, and I think it's 1 gallon of dairy manure, because all of that's your nitrogen, because the cardboard is so high in the carbon, it takes a lot more nitrogen to get it to that. Gosh, Nana, help me out. It's
Nana said 500 to 1 ratio.
Yeah, 500 to 1. There you go, Nana. Yes. 500 to 1 ratio. So, yeah, and so your volume, you've got to get your depth. You can't just have it 2 or 3 inches. And then trying to do thermophilic on a small scale is very hard to do. You kind of have to do that in more of a 4x4x4. Trying to get to a 30 to 1 ratio. Nana, if you have that calculator that you and I, or you showed me that time and I used it, that was a really good calculator to use. If we could at some point maybe put a link in here on the squad. Doesn't have to be on this call, but maybe in the squad in general. And but I use some 4x4x4, the onion bins as they call them, and mine will heat up. I personally don't like to get mine to the thermophilic stage because I want to keep mine more in the mesophilic stage because that's where your microbes, that's what the worms want, is the microbes. So when you get into the thermophilic stage, then you have to bring it back down into the mesophilic stage, and that just takes too long. But yes, you need to be above, I believe it is 133 to get into the thermophilic. And then I believe, and I'm sorry that I'm forgetting this because I just did all this for myself, the thermophilic, for it to kill pathogens and seeds, I believe, and Nana, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's 160 or is it 140? Yeah, Rockin' Worms does do a good one, but she is also the one that taught me about the mesophilic stage. And there is some discrepancies as to thermophilic, because you've got mesophilic, thermophilic, and then you've got hyperphilic. Hyperphilic is, you don't want to get into those because that's just as bad as having pathogens and everything else, from what I'm understanding. So you can get it too hot. Nana says that worms love leaf mold, which is cold composting, and you can start that now. So
yeah,
I have lots of oak leaves, but I don't have any other kind of leaves in my yard. So it takes a long time for oak leaves to break down. Although I do run them through a shredder, and that breaks them down some too. I actually took and put some in some bags. Yeah, 134. There you go. Now I have gotten mine up over 134 in those 4x4x4 bins. So okay, higher to kill weed seeds. But there is some calculators out there, and I think Nana said it was on Urban Worms site.
Yes.
What shredder is best for leaves? Goodness, I don't know. I just had one that I've had for years. It's old, but it still works really good. So oak leaves takes 2 years to break down, y'all.
Okay, so Bonnie
There
was
you go,
asking,
Cassie.
Bonnie was asking about the question. So what will you say, would be the most important first step in marketing to a new worm business? Like what marketing for a new worm business?
I'll let you answer that one, Cassie. You're the marketing expert.
Okay, so I think one thing the really important lesson I learned from Samantha, not only about marketing, but worm business in general. This is really, really big. It's a really, really big takeaway for me when I first started working with Samantha. It's actually what we mentioned that in Business Cafe, I think, where I reply in some comments is, us as new worm farmers, if we want to turn your hobby to like commercial stage, sometimes we feel like, oh, we need to grow enough worms, right? So Samantha, do you know what I'm talking right now?
Yeah.
So would you
So
like to
you want
share?
me to take that over a little bit?
Yes.
So what Cassie's referring to is one of the things that I have seen in the worm farming community is people get really focused on, growing their worms. And most people don't have any idea or real knowledge. I know I didn't when I first started on how to market my worms. I just knew I needed to grow all these worms. I'd worry about marketing later. And that was the biggest mistake that I made in the beginning, because by the time I was 2 years in, I had all these worms, but I really didn't know how to market. Now, granted, because God brought this person into my life and I started drop shipping, that's really how my business started off. So I didn't have to do the marketing. The person that was doing the marketing and I was filling the orders. So I didn't have to worry about marketing anything. And, so that jump started my business. Well, what I've seen with people is they grow the worms. It takes about 2 years to really get enough stock up that you can sell more than 5 or 10 pounds a week before you deplete your stock. And by the time you get 2 years in, you're tired. You're having to lift and sift and, feed and water and drag water hoses. And of course, I'm in a backyard. I've got worms everywhere. So, had that not come to me, I probably would be like so many others because of not knowing how to market. And I start trying to put my post out there on Facebook or Craigslist, because I spent all of my money in producing worms instead of putting my money into marketing. A lot of people wind up quitting because they know they don't have any more money left and they don't know how to market. Marketing is expensive. And then, they just get tired and they're just like, this isn't for me. I thought this was going to be easy because these worms just multiply so fast. There's so much money to be made. But if you don't know how to market them,
yeah,
they're going to sit there and you're going to keep feeding them. You're going to keep multiplying them and know where to sell them.
Yeah.
So that's some of the things that Cassie and I are going to be, mostly Cassie, but we're going to be teaching is how to market. So that's a big thing. That's something that's to come, because when I first started talking to Cassie, that's what I told her. I said, one of the biggest hurdles for small businesses is marketing and how to do that on a shoestring budget, because let's face it, we're all living paycheck to paycheck. Our economy sucks. Times are hard. And so, we're all trying to just make it to the next paycheck. So we get it. I get it. And you guys have to understand, yes, I'm successful. Yes, we're on the verge of hitting that $1 million mark. But how much of that is profit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
A lot less than what you think when you're in the building that I'm in, and you have to buy the equipment so there's a lot of overhead when you go big.
You just mentioned your electricity bill last night.
Yeah. So my electric bill this month was $1,100.
Yeah. Only for
1 month.
Yeah.
So and it's not heat and cooled. So
yes, as a sustainable business, for any sustainable business, at least you need to know operation or growing worms. It is very important, but at the same time, marketing is how gonna feed your business, because marketing is gonna bring sales, and sales gonna feed you and the business and the worms as well. So it's just really important. And just talking about what Bonnie just mentioned, if it is like really was a first step, I do think it is very important to start learning about it, or you can at least find someone that that is able to coach you, or just hold your hands along the way. Usually in business or marketing world, we will find someone like we might call a mentor kind of thing, but that just usually that kind of service, like coaching, business coaching, marketing, mentorship, it's very expensive. Even you just join any online courses, usually that's very expensive. But still, there are a lot of affordable way to do so, and they just find some model that it's just to small enough for you to do baby steps to take action daily, just to make sure the only advice I would say is you make sure every day you spend your energy on something that's gonna bring you money in the end. Okay, so it's not just, for example, yes, it's good to raise worms, it's good to have a lot of worms, but still in the same time, make sure you do everything. Make sure you do anything at least is going to bring you to make more sales. At
and
least
one thing that
a
I
day.
failed to mention, Cassie, too, was one of the things that I was telling Cassie. I said, Cassie, you can buy and resell worms.
Yes.
And not have to worry about having all that space.
Yes.
Like if I could unload my warehouse, that's probably what I would do now. Because honestly, I was just doing the numbers today. I can buy and resell cheaper by having it back here at my house than I can, and make more profit than I can at the warehouse I'm in.
Yes.
And so when Cassie was talking to me about, buying worms and stuff, I said, Cassie, you need to buy in bulk and resell. Take your money and invest it in your marketing.
That's the first advice you give it to me.
Yeah.
You just
marketing.
It's very important.
Have you some worms where you can learn. And Julie, I'm going to answer your question for you in just a second. But you need to be growing worms, yes. But you need to be selling now. You need to be growing your business now if that's what you're wanting to do. Damian, this is something that you need to take heed is, yes, you're growing yours, and that's wonderful, but you need to be selling now, not tomorrow, not next week. You need to go ahead and be selling. You need to go ahead and be building your business while you're growing your worms.
Yes, try to do one simple things a day to make sure that's gonna bring you money.
Yes,
because it's not gonna, if you just like
otherwise it's just a hobby and you're just throwing money into something. I've seen people lose $50,000. I've seen them lose their entire retirement, and me sitting here going, stop buying all these worms to try to grow yourself. You do not know enough about growing worms to keep buying hundreds of pounds. And they weren't buying them from me, but I was telling them, and I guess maybe that's why they didn't take heed. But, I was really trying to coach this guy. Listen, you got to learn how to grow worms before you go out and buy 100 pounds of worms. Okay. Don't do that.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of, when people want to buy a lot of worms from me, I got to kind of pick your brain, because I don't want to sell. I don't want somebody to spend their money with me to lose their money, especially if it's your retirement money. I'm not that kind of person. So, Julie, I want to answer your question. This is get off of that for just a second. But Julie, you asked me a question. If I do tours. Yes, we do tours. We just need to set up a day and time. But yes, there is a fee. The reason we started charging a fee was because I had to get insurance to cover people to come on our property. If you trip on a rock and twist your foot and you wind up in the hospital and you want to sue me, I need to make sure that I'm covered. That insurance costs me $10,000 a year. That's not my other insurances. That's just for somebody to come on our property. So we had to start charging a fee for that. Secondly, I also have to take time away from what I'm doing on my farm and either pay somebody to help my granddaughter do the things that I would be doing while I'm touring with you, because we do have an actual conversation with you. We walk with you. We tell you what we're doing. You pick our brain. It's usually a 2-hour tour, but we just had to start charging in order to cover a lot of these costs. And so that's what, but yes, we do allow people to come, but there is a fee. Yes.
Yeah. This is some few other questions, but if we are running out of time right now, do you still want to answer?
Let's go till 9:30. That gives us 9 more minutes. So if you've got a question, I could answer real quick.
Okay, so just let me. So is there? So if we did miss the question, just really feel free to go to the community and ask again.
Yes,
because there are a lot of comments.
There's been a lot of things going through, and I honestly can't keep up with it going as fast sometimes as it
and
does.
Also, if we didn't really say hi to you, please forgive us. You just really feel free and really ask a question. We'll leave the comments in the squad, so we do have other opportunity to say hi to you or answer your questions. Okay, so let me see the questions.
So I do see Las Vegas Worm Farm says that they have product that they can't sell, castings, not worms. And then marketing is key, and that is true, because again, that's kind of what I'm talking about. If you start out growing worms and producing castings more than what you can use yourself, you wind up with all this stuff. When I first started, I had so many castings that I didn't know what in the world to do with all these things, because I'm in the worm production business. I'm not in the worm casting production, so I've still got probably 30 bags that are sitting on my property that I would not sell because they've been there too long. So it's, I'll go spread them outside, from time to time. But, a lot of people do castings at farmers markets. It's kind of hard to do the smaller packages of castings online because it costs so much to ship. So that's for marketing castings. A lot of that is going to be, you're going to have to just get out there and talk to any and everybody that'll listen. A lot of it is, hey, if you love to garden, because most people that are doing it for castings love to garden themselves, start you a YouTube channel about gardening and talk about the castings, and then have the castings there for people to buy. You're not trying to sell them a product. You're just showing them what it's going to do for their garden, because look what it's doing for yours. And then you just have them in the, in your store thing there on your YouTube channel, and people will buy them.
Yes.
Go to your garden centers, talk to people, especially your little mom and pop ones. Those are easy to get into.
Yeah. Because one thing about marketing is, people, because there are two ways of marketing. First of all, is organic, and now there's paid. So basically, while we talk when we mention organic, it basically means you pay nothing other than your time and energy and your knowledge, kind of thing. But the thing about organic marketing is it is really meant to be really long term, and it's a long game. So start today. Today. So organic traffic, including like Samantha, what she's doing with the YouTube videos or with all the posts about Facebook, something like that. And I don't know about you guys, but me as an online marketer, you may think that marketing is for someone that really extrovert, but actually I'm very introvert in a way. So great thing about online marketing is you can learn a lot of tools and all of techniques, which is really affordable today, that make you, even you are not really a talkative or outgoing person, you're still able to utilize or use that model to learn and to make yourself a sell today. So as long as you are willing to, really spend the time and energy to learn, and there are a lot of tools out there. I've been showing Samantha around every day with a lot of tools and affordable tools that some other marketers
Blows my mind, y'all.
some other marketers may sell you premium for those knowledge or tools, but really, I am into this business to really find very affordable and really effective useful tools and models and methods for you to make really budget friendly but effective marketing along the way. So because that's how I started, I am very I will say good at, maybe, or very I'm very familiar with budget marketing, also introvert kind of marketing. Okay, so if you're one of those introverts out there who would love to play with worms, just don't worry about that. Marketing doesn't mean that you have to be really outgoing or really talkative. Okay, so that's just something for you. Yeah, so to just try to think about. Yes.
Yeah, so there's a question about insurance and it being affordable.
Mm-hmm.
It really determines what type of insurances that you're looking to get. So there's a lot of different insurances. I have insurance on people to come on my property. I have insurance on my castings or any other product, just in case somebody says they used my product, got sick, and want to sue me. I have insurance on my building. I have insurance on my equipment. So is it affordable? It's expensive, but it is something that I feel that as a business owner, I have to have. I mean, you just have to have it. So you're just going to have to try to find the most affordable that you can. But let me say this about business, y'all. First and foremost, you have to believe in yourself. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because I'm here to tell you, my family, I've been telling my family ever since I was young that I was going to be a millionaire before I died. And I have had many businesses. Some did well, and I quit for various reasons, and others were big flops. So needless to say, my family, when I started the worm business, just thought it was another one of Samantha's things, But I didn't care what they thought. I knew this was it. And I believe in myself enough that I don't care what anybody else thinks. I take it one day at a time. And I will tell you this too, that the worm farming business is a seasonal. It is up and down. In the spring, you're going to feel like you're rich. The summer, you're going to feel like you're the poorest person in the world. And then you get a little breathing space in the fall, and then you're back into the winter. So you have to, in the spring, put back enough money, especially if you're going commercial. You got to put back money to last you 6 months, because if you don't, you may fall under, because it's seasonal. But the first thing you have to do is get it in your head. You're going to do this no matter what anybody else thinks, and you're going to be successful. And you're in a group here for those that we believe in you. We know that you can do it, but how much do you want to sacrifice to put into it also? You don't have to follow my motto, but I'm a person, I worked 18-hour days for 3.5 years before I took a day off. Let me say that again. 18 hours a day, 3.5 years before I took a day off. The weekend that I took a day off, we just put in new overhead water, and it broke and killed all of my worms that weekend after working 3.5 years without a day off. But guess what? After crying for 2 weeks, my husband told me to tighten up my bootstraps and get back at it, because I wouldn't be happy doing anything else. And he was right. So here we are. We tightened our bootstraps up, got back at it, and we're just keep going. And it was a big setback, a very big setback. But, it happens. It happens. But you got to believe in yourself enough that no matter what anybody else thinks, and you can do this. I believe anybody can do this. But it's, what are you willing to put into it? You can't sit back and say, I wish, or I want to. You got to do something every single day to push yourself to reach that goal. You have to set goals. You have to have a plan. I may not have my plans written down, but I know where I want to go. And I know what I got to do to get there. Now, I started my business when I was 53 years old. What I wished I would have done was started back in my 20s. I didn't even know about worm farming back then. But now I feel like I'm a race against time. I'm almost 60 years old. Will be next year. And Cassie, is this recorded so it can be rewatched? We got that question.
Yes, I answered that. Yes.
Okay.
So it's the same link. So you always come back to watch the same video. You'll be the same link to this live stream.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Did you say anything else that you would like to answer at the moment?
I think that's it, y'all. It's 9:30. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I hope that you guys will stay tuned each week. I hope you guys will really go get really interactive in the community. And please, when we get off of here, go invite 5 of your friends that are interested in worm farming. Maybe they haven't even started yet. Maybe they're still thinking about it, and invite them. And, help us grow this. I think it's going to be a really big thing. And a lot of you that do know me, y'all know I don't hold nothing back. I mean, I share everything I know with you guys because I want you to be successful.
Yes, join the squad. Join the squad. I'll show the video again. Just show the video one more time, yes.
Well, guys, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the kind words that you guys are always telling me, how much of an inspiration our story is. It's just been a life. I mean, it's nothing we did spectacular. I certainly wouldn't have killed all my worms just to have that in a story, but that is a true story. And I still work 18. If you look at some of our posts or some of my emails, you'll see I'm up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning answering a lot of those. So, and now I'm a full-time mom again at, 60 years old. So, love you too. So if I can do this at my age, there's no doubt in my mind that you guys can do this. Honestly. I mean, just ain't no doubt in my mind. Anyway, Good night, y'all.
See you
Love
next
y'all.
week.
See you next week. And see you in the squad.
Yes, in the squad. Meet you there. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.